Alright, it's time to take on at least one of the stages that will eventually become a Doc Robot stage. And really, did you think I could resist this music for much longer? God, I love Gemini Man's song. Not so much his stage. Okay, now I can start talking. Yeah, that's really the most difficult one to take care of, at least no damage. It's no different than the others, of course, otherwise. Just a slightly problematic placement. If you want to do this room without taking damage, boy oh boy do you have to move slowly. There are actually several rooms in this stage that remind me of that single room in Snake Man's stage. The one that I said you want to take slowly lest you scroll too many enemies onto the screen at once and have to deal with them all at the same time. That guy you can just let go by, but unfortunately you can't do that with many of them. I think a better player would have the enemy placement memorized, to be perfectly honest. But I just take things slowly and deal with the enemies as they arise. Or arrive, I'm not actually sure which one I meant. I do have a few comments I'd like to make about the music. Yes, comments of substance other than, God, how fucking great it is. But I think I'll save those because I'm not totally convinced that this run's gonna count yet. Yeah, this is a tricky stage. Okay, now we have to deal with the most difficult of all Proto Man battles, the staring contest. Get him, Mega Man. Oh, I blunk. Fortunately, though, Proto Man is in a generous mood and lets us through anyway. Nice guy. Oh, that's the first time I ever got that. I knew it was possible. Now I'm wondering why I wanted it. I guess I'm a glutton for the curse. Whenever I play this stage just for fun, which, to be perfectly honest, I'm only kind of doing now, I always feel compelled to break all of these sperm eggs. Oh wait, they're tadpole eggs? My mistake. But yeah, if you're not going for a no-damage run, and therefore have all the time in the world, what you may want to do is just stay here and kind of farm for energy. It's a really nice place to stock up. You can refill your health, you can refill your weapons if necessary, and you can end up with an awful lot of extra lives. You can actually make it up here without the rush coil, but why waste your time? Why waste my time? Okay, here's the second room that you want to take slowly, lets you scroll too many things onto the screen at once. These dragonflies you can actually take out without too much trouble, just by shooting them. However, they're going to be a lot harder to handle that way in a later room, and I kind of want to get in the habit of luring them instead. These penguins are very similar to the shrimp generators from Bubble Man's stage. Fortunately, they're not nearly as annoying. It helps that the penguins are released in a straight line and that they don't make any strange movements. Okay, we're almost through. That guy has no hope of catching us, so goodbye. And here it is. Yeah, this is the nightmare-inducing part of the stage. And definitely the one that you want to take most slowly. Without any question, the level designers really want you to go quickly here. And scroll an awful lot of dragonflies and subs onto the screen at once. We're not going to be doing that. Sorry, level designers, I appreciate all you've done for me, but I have my own agenda. Sorry, I'm catching my breath. This is actually a pretty stressful area. Yeah, some of these, some of these happenings sort of have to overlap. I haven't found a reliable way to only encounter one at once. But most of them you can really, just take slowly and not have to deal with more than one at the same time. Okay, and we are through. Easiest E-tank in the world there, but this next room kinda sucks. Yeah, we have more of those rabbit enemies, so wish me luck. Okay, luck was had by all. Hello, you. Yeah, I was embarrassed enough to have to put that enemy from the Hardman stage in the outtakes. There's no way I'm gonna have to do it here. At least I hope not. Okay, Gemini Man, and yes, we do need a drink. The first half of the fight is pretty easy to do Buster only, but why bother? We're gonna need the Search Snakes for the second half anyway. No idea how this is gonna go, but it's worth pointing out that this is actually one of my favorite fights in the Mega Man series. Gravity Man would actually be another, believe it or not. Okay, but I think we're actually gonna be fine. Wow. Sorry, I impressed myself. I am kind of speechless. Oh, and I never got to my comments about the music. Oh well. I assure you they were very interesting to me, at least. For our trouble, we get the Gemini laser. You might think it's just a laser beam weapon, but that's not true. It also instantly transforms any room into a laggy mess. Yeah. I think I mentioned this in another video, but just in case I didn't, I think maybe lag was built into Mega Man 3 deliberately, since there wasn't an easy setting. It sort of slows things down, and weapons like the Gemini laser allow you to generate it on command. Alright, Gemini Man is down, and we are past the halfway point for Mega Man 3, with only 3 unaccounted for Robot Masters: Spark Man, Needle Man, and Shadow Man. But the less said about them, the better. On to the outtakes. Seriously, how beautiful is this? That beautiful. The stage really wants you to take this quickly. That way you're dealing with subs and dragonflies. And that's really not wise to do. That one you can kind of fake out. And yeah, sometimes you do get trapped into having to deal with 2 at once. At least I think you do. But for the most part, you can take them one by one. And it's definitely recommended that you do. Oh! Alright. I do actually have something that I feel is fairly interesting to say about the music, but I think I'll save that, since I'm not really positive that these runs are going to count, especially now. I always know that penguin is coming, and yet I don't seem to benefit from that knowledge. Okay, now obviously this is not an outtake. I just wanted to demonstrate something and open it up for discussion about Gemini Man's theme music that I find very interesting. To my mind, his stage's song is very thematically appropriate. By that I mean that Gemini Man himself is a twin. The singular robot occupies 2 identical bodies. His music doesn't really sound like a singular, unbroken composition. Rather, it feels like sometimes a fractured composition, 2 smaller pieces of music that are fit together. Think of it as 2 guitarists, or 2 pianists, or even 2 vocalists trading off on phrases as the song progresses. I'm going to let the song play now and use some notation so you can get a feel for what I'm trying to say. That was a fun one. And I hope you enjoyed your music lesson. And seriously, feel free to discuss that in the comments below, and let me know if you have any similar insight for the stage themes of other Robot Masters. I do think the Mega Man compositions are really legitimately very good music, by and large, so I'd definitely like to hear your feelings as well. But yeah, this was a great one. I'm really glad I was able to do Gemini Man. He's probably my favorite Robot Master from Mega Man 3, and I don't think I need to say it again, he certainly has my favorite music from that game. And I'm kind of a remix whore, so I really wanted to showcase one of those. But overall, the stage did not cause me too much trouble. Getting into the spirit of things, I thought it would take me 11, that's a doubled 1, attempts before I had a successful no-damage run of Gemini Man on tape. You saw the outtakes, and there weren't that many, and none of them were Gemini Man, which was kind of surprising to me. He has a really strange hitbox, which you didn't really get to see because there were no outtakes. Sometimes you do physically clear him, but you still take damage. It's as though he has a kind of a rectangular hitbox around him that doesn't really take into account where his actual body is. But that didn't affect us here, and it only took us 4 attempts. Yeah, I really couldn't be happier about this one. I love having this one here. I didn't point it out in the video, but next time you play, watch in the opening room that really cool parallax scrolling on the stars in the background. Pretty cool for an early NES title. Well, early in the Mega Man series at least. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. There's still a few more to go, but I think we're drawing near the end. So thank you for watching, and stick around.